Ever found yourself caught in a cycle of thoughts that just won't stop spinning? This, my friends, is the universal struggle known as overthinking. It's a silent dilemma that we all face regardless of our age, race, or social standing. Overthinking is like a hamster on a wheel, relentlessly spinning in our minds. It's the endless what-ifs, the constant second-guessing, and the persistent fear of making the wrong decision. It's the sleepless nights spent ruminating over past mistakes and worrying about future uncertainties. It's a common struggle, yes, but let's not forget, it's also a common victory. Because every single day, people like us are learning how to break free from this cycle. Overcoming overthinking is not just achievable, it's liberating. So, whether you're a seasoned overthinker or just an occasional dweller, remember this. You're not alone in this, and there are ways to break free from the cycle of overthinking. But what exactly is overthinking, you might ask? It's characterized by repetitive, negative thought patterns, and can lead to various emotional and psychological challenges, including anxiety and depression. Overthinking is when you dwell on problems, mistakes, or choices beyond what's helpful or constructive. It's replaying an argument with a friend in your mind. It's second-guessing every decision you make. It's imagining disastrous outcomes for every possible future scenario. Think of it like a record player stuck on repeat, playing the same distressing thoughts over and over again. It's like being trapped in a never-ending cycle of what-ifs and if-onlys. Overthinking is not just thinking too much, it's thinking too much about the same thing. This constant mental rerun can be exhausting, leading to feelings of anxiety, stress, and even depression. It's a mental habit that can be hard to break, but recognizing it for what it is the first step towards freeing yourself from its grip. Overthinking can be draining, but understanding it is the first step to overcoming it. Did you know that overthinking comes in different types? Yes, the patterns of overthinking are as diverse as the thoughts that fuel them. Let's delve into two common types: rumination and worry. Rumination is like a broken record. It's when you replay past events in your mind over and over again, analyzing every detail. You might find yourself asking, why did that happen? Or what could I have done differently? This type of overthinking keeps you stuck in the past, unable to move forward. On the other hand, worry is all about the future. It's the what-ifs that keep you awake at night, imagining worst-case scenarios that may never happen. This apprehensive expectation can leave you feeling anxious and on edge. These patterns of overthinking, rumination, and worry can be exhausting, but understanding them is the first step towards overcoming them. Recognizing the type of overthinking you're prone to can help in addressing it effectively. Ready to break the cycle? Here's how to stop overthinking. The first step is to take a step back. It's crucial to take a moment to observe your thoughts, almost like an outsider looking in. This will enable you to notice patterns and identify the triggers that lead you down the path of overthinking. This first step can help you recognize the dangers of overthinking. Groundbreaking research highlights the harmful effects of overthinking on mental and emotional well-being. Overthinking can lead to anxiety and depression and hinder one's ability to move forward. By observing, you become aware of it. Now, let's move on to the second step, which is finding a mindful distraction and shifting your focus. When you notice your mind spiraling into a whirlpool of overthinking, consciously decide to redirect your attention. This could be anything from reading a book, including your Bible, to going for a run, cooking, gardening, painting, going on a virtual tour, or even cleaning your house. The idea here is to shift your focus away from the thoughts that are causing you stress, and instead channel your energy into something productive or enjoyable. This doesn't mean you're avoiding the issue, you're merely giving your mind a much-needed break. The third step is to focus on what is right and the actions you can take in the present moment. For example, take deep breaths. It might sound cliché, but the power of deep breathing should never be underestimated. When you're caught up in the storm of overthinking, your body tends to go into fight or flight mode, which can increase your heart rate and cause shallow breathing. By taking deep, slow breaths, you're sending a message to your body that everything can be okay. This deep breathing can help slow down your heart rate and bring a sense of calm. Try it now. Take a deep breath in, hold it for a count of 3, and then slowly exhale. Do this a few times, remembering that your very breath is a gift, and you'll start to feel a sense of calm washing over you. These steps may seem simple, but they can make a big difference in quieting your mind. But the journey doesn't end there. Let's delve deeper into more steps. Now that we've taken a step back, found a mindful distraction, and taken a deep breath, it's time to face the overthinking head-on. This brings us to our fourth step: recognizing and challenging automatic negative thoughts. It's like catching yourself before you trip. When you notice these negative thoughts creeping in, stop them in their tracks. Ask yourself, is this thought helpful? Is it grounded in reality? More often than not, you'll find that they are not. Learning to reframe issues in a more positive manner can help alleviate the tendency to overthink. You can check out our other video covering this topic in more detail. Up next, we move on to the fifth step, practicing self-acceptance. This is about acknowledging that you are human, and humans are not perfect. We all have flaws and we all make mistakes. There's beauty in imperfection. Embrace yourself, warts and all. By doing this, you'll find that you won't overthink as much about your actions and decisions. The sixth step is meditation. This is a powerful tool to quiet the mind, promote relaxation, and/or deepen your relationship with God. While the practice of meditation generally includes stillness, silence, and the application of mindfulness to daily activities, such as compassion and loving kindness, gratitude and appreciation, the focus and ultimate goal of meditation depend on one's perspective, faith, or lack thereof. When meditation is approached from a Christian perspective, it involves being fully present and aware of God's presence in the present moment. It is about cultivating a deeper connection with God, seeking His guidance, and aligning one's thoughts and actions with His will. You'll find that with consistent practice, you'll be able to manage your thoughts better. Meditation in Eastern traditions, Buddhism, focuses on the present moment and inner experiences. The goal is to cultivate non-judgmental awareness and observe thoughts, emotions, and sensations without attachment. While both Christian mindfulness and mindfulness practices associated with Eastern traditions share common elements, such as present moment awareness and self-reflection, they differ in their philosophical underpinnings and ultimate goals. It's essential to approach them with discernment and integrate them in a way that is consistent with one's own personal values, religious beliefs, or philosophical framework. Another related step to overcoming overthinking is staying present. Overthinking often involves dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. But the truth is, the only moment we truly have is now. So savor it. Focus on the task at hand, the conversation you're having, the food you're eating, and the air you're breathing. By staying present, you're not giving your mind the chance to wander into overthinking territory. These steps are about shifting your mindset and embracing a more peaceful way of thinking. Remember, it's a journey, and it's perfectly okay to take it one step at a time. And with each step, you're moving closer to a life with less overthinking and more peace of mind. We're on the home stretch now. Here are the final steps to stop overthinking. It's often the case that we get lost in the details, the minutiae, the what-ifs and but-thens. But when we step back and look at the bigger picture, we often find that the things we're stressing over aren't as significant as they seemed. So, the next time you find yourself spiraling into a vortex of overthinking, try to zoom out. Look at the larger context. You might be surprised at how quickly your worries start to fade away. Next, consider other viewpoints. We all have our own unique perspectives shaped by our experiences and beliefs, but sometimes our viewpoint isn't the only one, or even the most helpful one. When you catch yourself overthinking, try to consider the situation from a different angle. Maybe ask a trusted friend for their perspective. You might find that other viewpoints can shed new light on the situation and help you break free from the cycle of overthinking. Moving on, let's acknowledge your successes. Often, when we're overthinking, we're focusing on potential failures or problems. But what about all the times you've succeeded? All the challenges you've overcome? Remember them, celebrate them. Not only will this boost your confidence, but it will also remind you that you're capable of handling whatever comes your way. And finally, practice self-compassion. Overthinking often comes from a place of self-criticism or fear. But guess what? You're human. You're allowed to make mistakes. You're allowed to have bad days. So, instead of beating yourself up, show yourself some kindness. Speak to yourself like you would to a dear friend. You'll find that self-compassion can be a powerful antidote to overthinking. Remember, overcoming overthinking is a journey, not a destination. But with these steps, you're well on your way. Overthinking can be a tough habit to break, but it's not impossible. We've journeyed through the labyrinth of overthinking together, identifying its types and understanding its nature. We've learned that the first step to overcoming overthinking is recognizing our responses to it, finding distractions, and taking deep breaths to ease the mind. We've also discovered the power of challenging those automatic negative thoughts practicing self-acceptance, and finding peace in meditation, where we briefly discuss the Christian and Eastern perspectives and the need for discernment in practice. We've emphasized the importance of staying present, looking at the bigger picture and considering other viewpoints. We've acknowledged our successes, big or small, and learned to practice self-compassion. Remember, the key to a healthier mind is not to eliminate thoughts, but to better manage them. Before we wrap up, we want to leave you with 3 more tips to help you stop overthinking. First, embrace your fears. It's completely okay to be scared. Fear is a natural response to the unknown. Instead of letting it paralyze you, embrace it and use it as a stepping stone to growth. Second, work on your interpersonal skills. Good communication can help clear misunderstandings and consequently reduce overthinking. And finally, don't hesitate to ask for help. If overthinking is overwhelming you, it's perfectly okay to seek help from a professional. Remember, overcoming overthinking is a journey, and it's okay to ask for help along the way. So, take these steps, make them your own, and start your journey towards a life less burdened by overthinking. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and share it with others who may find it useful. Remember, sharing is caring. Subscribe to join us on this wonderful journey of navigating life together. Stay tuned for our next video, and as always, keep striving for a healthier mind. Thank you for joining us today.